You know, I'm the only female captain on this franchise of ours called Star Trek. And I think that the great difference is that the female is hardwired, once she has her young, to take care of them and to raise them. And I couldn't do it well. You know, there were 16, 18-hour days on that set for 7 years. And I had 2 little kids. And believe me, Bill Shatner, they resented it. And to this day, they never watched it. They disdained it. They had nothing but dripping contempt for it. And I don't blame them. So the woman cannot have it all, but I've watched you guys, and you guys can.
So, brings me to the meat, the heart of what I want to talk to you about. How can you be a starship captain, a real starship? How can you be a naval captain going off overseas,
to the Delta Quadrant?
To the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah.
And have all those hormonal things rage. How can you be Secretary of State?
It's very hard.
Well, hard is nebulous. Isn't it impossible to have the same objectivity that a man has?
Yes, of course it is.
Oh,
it's impossible to have the same gender. I mean, I'm a woman, you're a man.
Right. So it's quite different.
It's absolutely different.
To be a leader, a woman leader, is quite different from a man leader.
There's no question about it. Now, I'll sit back and look at Mrs. Albright and Secretary Clinton, and I'll say to myself, how do they do it? But I asked myself the same question. It's just diabolically difficult. Now, they're both at an age where they've let the rest of the hard work is gone. The kids are up, right?
But the lack of hormones is raging there as well. I mean, it never stops.
It doesn't stop. No.
So.
This could be unanswerable.
No,
but
it has an answer.
But you have an answer for it.
Well, you have an answer.
I would apply this, let me apply it to myself as an actor and not as a politician or anything else, because I couldn't speak for those women. I would say, this being the second oldest profession, it's all right to be an actress, but it's not as kind as it was even 200 years ago, when you were allowed to bring your children with you to the theater, when children were a part of your life. Now everything is severely compartmentalized, and you know Hollywood better, much better than I do. It's tough. It's a boys' club out there, and they're very tough. You play by their rules, and you must subscribe to them. So that doesn't have any...
See, that sounds very politically interesting, what you said, but it doesn't make any sense. What do you mean play by their rules? You have to appear at 6 o'clock in the morning and be ready with your lines and say the words and be there till the end of shooting.
Right.
That could be 8, 9, 10. You and I have worked till 12, 2, 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's correct.
To complete the day's work on a Friday especially.
That's right. When
then
you're
wrecked for the weekend.
That's right, you're wrecked.
You got to sleep all day Saturday.
But you're not wrecked, because the minute you get home at 5 o'clock, you've got 2 hours before those kids are jumping on your bed.
Right.
Now, as a man, I suppose you have the license, or the opportunity at any rate, to say, go to your mother. But if you're a single mother, which I was with your 2 little children, you get up.
So what do you do? Now.
You get up.
Okay, so I have just come from, in the sequence of activity that I'm doing, I've just come from England with Patrick.
I know you
Flown. I'm in jet lag, okay? I've survived because I don't have any kids with me. My wife and I stayed in the room, we rested, and I am energized to talk to you. But if I were jet
lagged... Then you look very, very dapper.
Thank you.
And let's be frank, Liz looks after you a little bit, does she not?
That's right, absolutely.
I don't have
anybody. My
wife
looks after me. You don't have anybody looking after you.
Of course I don't.
And you were looking after your kids by yourself.
That's right.
How do you, it's impossible to do.
It is impossible, but it's not obviously not impossible.
Well,
I did it.
No, it is impossible to do. So how did you do it?
I'm afraid I didn't